While Maine Life continues to celebrate lifestyle, the Maine Business Show focuses on the people, the ideas, and the industry that connect our communities and build Maine's economy.
From family-owned businesses to statewide employers, we are taking you behind the scenes to show you what it's really like to do business in Maine. The Maine Business Show is presented by SAPI, global leader in sustainable solutions, proudly supporting Maine jobs, innovation, and the future of business. Welcome to the Maine Business Show. I'm Hannah Kumler.
And I'm Quincy Hensel. Thank you for joining us today. And Hannah, thank you for joining us on the Maine Business Show. You're joining us this season as my co-host.
I'm so excited to be here and to learn so much from you. You're in season 3 of the Maine Business Show, and I'm so impressed that you're able to do this on top of a full-time job. But what keeps you coming back year after year?
You know, Maine has such a rich and robust business community. We cover all sorts of industry sectors, from agriculture and aquaculture to pet medicine and diagnostics to tourism and hospitality. And the Maine Business Show highlights those businesses that make up who we are in the state of Maine. Some of the businesses we feature are household names. Others are kind of sleepers that many people haven't heard of that are doing really cool and impactful work.
Yeah, it's really fun to shine a light on some of those that people may not know, but we do really run the gamut. And today we are working with probably a household name for many, as it's such a large employer. We're working with SAPI, and we are headed to the paper mill. But before we did that, we thought it would be cool to sort of rewind the process and go into the woods with a forester. So that's where our first story takes us.
My name is Jeremy Stultz, Senior Procurement Forester. My job is to work with landowners directly, where I'm meeting with them and I'm going for a walk with them out there on their land to help them understand just exactly what they have. And I think of my primary job in that walk is to evaluate the resource. So I get there and I'm looking at what is the species composition, what is the stocking, are there a lot of trees, are there not a lot of trees, what kind of trees are there? And then as I'm sort of evaluating the resource, it's about what does this forest look like now? How did it get this way? And what are our options for managing it forward to get it to a place that makes the landowner feel good about it? Okay, Hannah, so this is an increment borer. We're gonna use this to core a small sample out of the center of this tree, where we'll be able to count the growth rings and tell how old this tree is. We can learn a lot about this site, this particular tree, and use that to extrapolate on how some of the other trees in the stand might be growing and what's happening.
So you can kind of glean a lot of information from this.
So I'll hold this.
You need a lot of muscle power for this?
You need a lot of muscle power, but I believe in you. So we're just gonna get it in here, and you need to put forward pressure on it and turn it.
Nice.
Keep it going. Okay, good. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in here. This is called the extractor. So we're gonna slide it in. Now slowly pull that extractor out. So what that's showing you is each individual year of growth on this oak tree. So as we're working with these different landowners all over portions of the state, if they do decide that forest management is right for them, one of the things that SAPI provides is a market for that low-grade wood. And what our program wants to do is all of that pulpwood material that's harvested that meets the specifications for our mill, we deliver to SAPI. And that becomes a procurement strategy for us and for the mill. Since we don't own any of our own land, you know, it's up to us as foresters to manage with landowners in a way that we can get that wood to our facility. And we're just a small part of the amount that mill purchases, but it is an important part. And us interfacing directly with those landowners, I think, is a very rewarding part of the job that we get to do. I love the freedom of working in different areas with different people. And we don't just work with private landowners, we work with a lot of public entities. So it really runs the full gamut of different landowners and understanding their goals and the expertise they bring to the table. It's nice that there's just always something different. It's a different place, it's a different forest, it's different weather, it's different markets, it's changing seasons, and different landowners. I mean, sometimes you're walking around in the woods with a 75-year-old farmer, and the next week you're working with a 35-year-old young man that just bought this woodlot, doesn't know anything about it, brings his 2 young kids around, and we're just enjoying that interaction. And that the sharing of one generation to the next, and that connectivity, I think, is really just a fun thing to be a part of. My relationship with the outdoors goes back to as long as I can remember. You know, I had that childhood in a rural area where I could just play outside for hours. So the idea of having healthy forests where people can get out there and enjoy and appreciate them is a big part of why I love this job and why it means so much to me. Maine is just, I think it's home. And it's probably a common thread that runs through a lot of people like me, that just, you know, when you look around, you realize a lot of the stuff that makes you happy is right here. And it's the forest, it's the people, it's the job opportunities. And Maine's a pretty big state. Sort of when you look at this entire ecosystem and all it has to offer, it's just a great place. So here I am. In Maine, the story of Sappi begins here, among the trees. Every tree, carefully selected and managed, is the first chapter in creating some of the finest paper and packaging products globally.
From the forest, the journey continues here to Skowhegan, where for 50 years, the mill has transformed raw materials into high-quality coated paper, packaging boards, and specialty products trusted by global brands. Here, technology and tradition work side by side. The mill houses two of the most advanced paper machines in the world, resulting in sustainable products that are made more efficiently using approximately 80% renewable energy, ensuring every step is efficient, precise, and consistent.
Sappi doesn't just make paper here. We support thousands of Maine families and communities, helping drive Maine's economy forward. Sappi is a proud sponsor of the Maine Business Show, and we are proud to call Maine home.
Welcome back to the Maine Business Show. From the woods now to the mill, we are going inside Sappi.
Now, before you go for your tour of the mill, I do want to take a moment to highlight Sappi. They are a major employer in the state. They're one of the largest employers in Skowhegan, employing almost 800 people. So that's a huge impact to the local economy. And they have locations all over the state. So I'm really excited for you to go and tour the mill.
Yeah, really cool experience, and I can't wait for you all to see.
I grew up in Maine. I grew up in the Orono-Bangor area, and I went to school for chemical engineering. When I first started, I didn't have much interest in the pulp and paper industry, kind of thought it was dying out, I think as a lot of people do growing up in Maine. And then as I went to school, I got educated about it through the Pulp and Paper Foundation and really learned that it's a thriving business and how important it is for our economy and our future and sustainability. Through there, I learned about the mills in Maine, and Sappi really just stands out at the forefront due to their sustainability initiatives and their longevity and outlook for the future. I think there's a misconception that when we forest trees, we're just like cutting them all down and then they're never gonna grow back again, like clear cutting forests, you see that online. It's not at all what we do. We do sustainable forest management. So we cut down trees, they're gonna grow back. You know, it's germination, it's just the way it works. We actually have more trees now than we did 100 years ago because we sustainably manage our forests. Paper is our future, right? We want to replace plastics. We want to make sure we have a sustainable future, and that's what we're doing here at Sappi, so it's really important. The industry is changing so much, so there's just a lot of opportunities for us right now, and that's how it's allowed me to grow so quickly. I could stay here, I could do more at the mill, I could grow in this position, maybe I could go back down to operations. It's opened a lot of doors for me, and you can do whatever you want to do when you come here.
The Somerset Mill was built in the late 70s, and it was primarily a pulp mill, and the idea was to sell pulp around the world. Over time, in order to fully integrate its products, it decided also to get involved into the paper industry and then started building paper machines here. 7 years ago, Sappi did a pretty significant investment of $200 million to rebuild paper machine 1. And then this past spring, we've done the rebuild of paper machine 2, which is really, it's a historic generational level investment in central Maine. Sappi stands alone as one of the companies that has invested the greatest amount in the state of Maine, nearly any company in decades. And it's really a privilege to work for a company with strategic vision and the ability to then have the fortitude and the determination to bring the vision to reality. Both investments created additional jobs here at the facility. And the interesting thing about this particular investment is people get to live where they want and then work where they live. The people that work here, they're the foundational people in Maine. You know, they're real Mainers. So when you add, say for example, 40 jobs inside a mill, that corresponds to a multiplier of jobs out in the community. But what it also does is all the small business owners and the folks who are part of the fabric to make the community work, then they have confidence that this mill will be here for a long, long time. When you have an industry that is so capital intensive, evolving is an incredible amount of investment and work to make it happen. Getting the best and the brightest people to work at our mill is really important to us because we have a world-class facility. We partner with the local universities and technical schools throughout Maine to make that happen. For us, the best case scenario is to hire someone from Maine, their family is in Maine, and they go to school in Maine, and they come to work for us here in Maine, and we keep them right here and give them a great living and a great life.
I am so excited to introduce this next segment, which we'll be doing in every episode of the Maine Business Show. It is called Rooted in Good. And what we're doing here is really highlighting the people, places, businesses that are out in their communities and making a really good impact.
In Maine, we all know we have a really long winter season. So our next story, we're going to focus on some businesses who have come together to help support kids being outside.
Winter Kids is a nonprofit organization here in Maine to really focus on creating healthier habits in kids during their most sedentary months, winter. One of the things that we brought to SAPI this past year by applying for an Employees Ideas That Matter grant, and we got approved by SAPI to have a SAPI team. And so we participated in a 24-hour ski-a-thon to support Winter Kids. The Winter Kids Downhill 24 is held at Sugarloaf. Collectively, our team raised $18,000, and the whole event raised over $730,000. I honestly didn't think we would do it for 24 hours, but we started the event and just kind of said, well, what's everybody's goal? And one of them said, I want to go 24 hours. So we're all like, okay, let's try it. And we just skied together as a team, like all similar levels, and had so much fun. So we clocked 42 laps over that 24 hours and only slept for 25 minutes as a quick nap in the lodge.
When I saw the email by Caitlin for volunteering for this, I'm going like, Winter Kids, wow. It was a major factor for me when my two sons growing up did it. Back then it was like a passbook thing that you did through 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. But it gave us the opportunity not only to ski at every single mountain in Maine where they had a free ski pass, but it gave them free ski equipment. And when they took on to the skiing thing, they were looking forward to the next weekend. Let's go. We were gonna go this weekend. They're looking at the passport. Oh, we get free hot chocolate here. Let's do this one. And we got to experience the different mountains, and everyone has their own character. And it was just so much fun for them. Just getting the kids outside, embracing winter, and give them a great activity to do. And without that, you know, being a single income parent, yeah, that was a major factor because it was really inexpensive to get them out.
I was also inspired when I saw the organization because I benefited from the same program he's talking about, the Passport program as a student. So it really helped me explore different mountains that I wouldn't have seen and really helped me cultivate a habit that I love. So, you know, my husband and I love downhill skiing, and we've introduced it to our girls. And my hope is that through supporting Winter Kids, you know, more kids get to experience those things and develop those healthy habits.
It was a really motivating, exciting event to be part of. Maybe wanted to do it again next year.
Bringing together people across 5 different SAPI locations, it was amazing for people to get to know each other, people that wouldn't typically work together. So, you know, really great to build those relationships outside of the, you know, the mill or the corporate walls.
Yeah, I agree.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand, hurry into your Honda dealer today.
Some days start simple. A drive, an orchard, and the promise of something sweet. With style, space, and comfort, the CR-V makes the ride as easy as the day ahead. Fresh air, full baskets, and moments that make Maine feel like home. Fall days, sweet traditions, and a car that makes room for it all. Find your orchard, find your road. Maine is waiting. Brought to you by Maine Honda Dealers.
Hi everybody, Maine Life merch is back. We are so excited to once again partner with local designers and makers to offer some great gift ideas for your loved ones, maybe yourself. Celebrate the best life, Maine Life, and shop mainelife.com.
It was really great to see some of the people that are behind SAPI. And you know, a big part of the employee culture there is really taking advantage of all that Skowhegan has to offer. And one of the most popular spots in Skowhegan is very aptly named the Old Mill Pub. And I'm pretty sure I visited that the last time I was in Skowhegan.
Well, it's definitely a good time. It was so cool when I got to stop by there, and definitely a big part of the culture there in downtown Skowhegan. We got the chance to go inside and chat with the owners as well as see everything the pub has to offer.
It's a pub style restaurant. We're very family friendly. We obviously had to have a lot of local businesses that people support. They come in on their lunch breaks or even after they're completed their work day. We fill this place full of, school teachers at the end of their work day. People work in the banks and of course, the mills, SAPI and the mills around here. They come to enjoy the music and we always have fresh local beers pouring off the tap for them. I grew up here right in Skowhegan, Maine. I went to high school here and everything, graduate of 2003. Was here, grew up here. My father used to bring me here as a child to come listen to live music. It was one of our favorite places to eat when we were kids.
It's been around for a long time. In the late 70s, it turned into a bar and then evolved into like a restaurant style thing as well, and kind of has just been a focal point in Skowhegan for many years.
We purchased it back in 2012 from the Berry family. Then we also purchased the property as well. So we were the first owners for a long distance of time to actually own the business and the property at the same time. It was a no-brainer. It was something that we had to make sure that it stayed with the local family. And it shows with the community, with all the support that we get. Like I said, all the people that come in our door, and especially in the winter time. Tourist season is great, but when the tourism season comes to an end, it's all these people who work really hard to make our community better that come in our door that help us keep the lights on.
We have a wide variety of foods. We do pub fare, I would say, but we try to incorporate a lot of like local ingredients. The Maine Meal, who makes all of our pastas, and they get all their grains from Maine Grain. So
your burger buns and your ciabatta buns, and that's all made right here, just 12 feet up the driveway is the bakery and their desserts. We're here, we support the community, we support our local businesses. We're not fighting against each other, we're all in this together. And we need them just as much as they need us, and this is what's gonna help our community grow to that next level. And it's there, we're right on the cusp.
Cheers, everyone.
I'm the fourth generation of Chalmers to lead my family's agency, and we are right here in Bridgeton, Maine, where we've been for 167 years. And really, at the core of it, it's about the community. We're going to treat our clients like they're part of the Chalmers family, and my dad and my uncle really taught us that. And so much of what I know from them is doing what's right. The next generation is here to carry on their good work and continue the legacy.
And just like that, we have transported ourselves to downtown Skowhegan, crossing the street from the Old Mill Pub to the Maine Meal. I'm here with co-owner Kelly LaCase, and we're talking more about downtown businesses in Skowhegan that are really the fabric of this place. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for coming.
Let's dive right in. You guys do so much here at the Maine Meal. I'm excited to talk about all of it, but how do you sort of describe what the Maine Meal is to friends and family?
We are a manufacturing location, so we don't have a manned retail shop. Everyone's back in the kitchen working. So as a local foods manufacturer, we create a product line that's gourmet prepared meals, fully cooked, vacuum sealed, frozen, with the idea of being super convenient, but locally sourced. And then we also do a school lunch program. So we're contracted with a local charter school, and we're here Monday through Friday, sending 200 meals out the door before 11 o'clock.
It's so crazy.
And then we also have our community partnerships where we provide like bag lunch contracts for outdoor programs, and we wholesale to restaurants and specialty food shops. They do all kinds of interesting stuff with our food, from provisioning people on the Appalachian Trail to provisioning transatlantic sailboat trips, to camping, to...
Your food is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So you do so much, but I really want to talk about when you guys started. How did you get into this business with your husband, Mark, and how long have you been doing it?
We worked in the hospitality industry all through college. Mark is in culinary arts. I ended up through many different avenues in holistic nutrition. And local food systems work. So when we came back to Maine, we knew we wanted to stay in local food, but not do the restaurant thing, just because of the demanding hours. This opportunity came about, and with Maine Grain starting like right at the same time, that local food movement was a big draw for us. And Skowhegan, there's a lot of very dedicated people to helping this town move forward. And it's amazing to be a part of that, but to have partners like Crooked Face Creamery, where we're putting ricotta in our ravioli and our lasagnas, Maine Grains flours in our pastas. We use it in the baked goods for the school lunch program. 3-4 businesses here buy our pasta for the restaurants.
So nice.
Yeah.
Why is it so important to you guys to use local ingredients and organic ingredients?
We wanted to dedicate our talents to promoting the local food movement, and that's where I think we're naturally where we're going. We've got to rebuild our local first and go from there.
It was fun turning over one of your pasta packages and reading the ingredients and recognizing so many of the local names that I know just growing up in Maine. I want to talk a little bit about the meal delivery, because so many people do that now. It's such a popular service, but it's really cool that there's a local option. How far do you guys deliver, and how does that program work?
So you can order online, and your zip code's going to trigger the fulfillment methods that are available to you. Most of our customers will stock up, and use the meal plans for once to twice a week as opposed to 7 days a week. It's just a really convenient, hold it in your freezer, pull it when you need it, and you're still supporting local farmers and fishermen.
What's it mean to you to be part of this community, growing up in rural Maine, but now here in Skowhegan, and it feels like you guys are pretty close-knit with your customers. What's that feel like to you?
It's important. It's what it's all about, those connections. We all rely on each other. We're rural Mainers, there's a lot of grit here, but when you need to step up for each other, we do.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me in, and congratulations on all your success. And it's really nice to be able to meet you guys face to face and know the people behind the Maine meal.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Maine Business Show, and what a fun episode it was.
It was great to go to Skowhegan and to shed some light on all the good that's happening there. And then also, even though Sappy's a household name, the ability to pull back the curtain and to really see Sappy as a major employer and business in the state, that was really fun.
Yeah, it was really cool to see, a very cool experience just being there. And I'm excited to show everyone what's next on the Maine Business Show, so make sure to join us for our next episode.
Turn it. There you go. Perfect. Just.
I feel like I'm gonna look so weak.
All that's happening there.
Please, we're done. We're almost done, weather gods.
Wind gods. Oh God, you ducks.
Ah,
what are those things?
Nailed it.